Henry VIII, a name that echoes through the halls of history, a king remembered for his larger-than-life personality, his many wives, and his insatiable desire for a male heir. He was married to Catherine of Aragon, and their union was seen as a powerful alliance. But despite their seemingly strong marriage, there was one thing Catherine could not provide: a male heir to secure the Tudor dynasty. For years, Henry and Catherine tried to produce a son, but all Catherine could give Henry was a daughter, Mary. As time passed and hope faded, Henry grew increasingly desperate for a solution. It was during this time, in the early 1520, that a young, intelligent, and captivating woman arrived at court, Anne Boleyn. Join me as we explore the life of the woman who changed the course of English history forever. Anne Boleyn was born sometime around 1501 to Thomas Boleyn and Elizabeth Howard. The Boleyn family was well connected, with Anne's father Thomas being a prominent diplomat in the court of King Henry VII. Her mother, Elizabeth Boleyn, was a member of the prestigious Howard family, one of the most powerful noble houses in England. Anne received an excellent education in the Netherlands and France, where she became a lady-in-waiting to Queen Claude of France. These formative years in European courts shaped her into a cultured, witty, and intelligent woman, qualities that would later attract the attention of a king. When Anne returned to England, she quickly became a lady-in-waiting to Queen Catherine of Aragon, but it wasn't long before Anne caught the eye of the king. Unlike many women of the time, Anne did not immediately fall for Henry's advances. In fact, she was bold enough to reject the king's initial offers of becoming his mistress. Henry, already dissatisfied with his marriage to Catherine of Aragon due to her inability to produce a male heir, became infatuated with Anne. She was not only beautiful but sharp and ambitious. Henry was so taken with Anne that he pursued her relentlessly, even writing love letters filled with passion and longing. In pursuit of Anne, Henry sought to annul his marriage to Catherine, a process that would spark one of the greatest religious upheavals in English history. The Pope refused Henry's request for an annulment. In 1533, he broke from the Roman Catholic Church and declared himself the supreme head of the Church of England. With his marriage to Catherine annulled by his own new court, Henry married Anne Boleyn. Anne was crowned queen in a lavish ceremony, and soon after, she gave birth to a daughter, the future greatest monarch, Elizabeth. However, this was not the son Henry had so desperately desired, and their marriage began to strain. Anne suffered several miscarriages, and as time passed, Henry's interest in Anne waned, and at court Anne's enemies multiplied. Many disliked her ambitious nature and the way she had displaced Queen Catherine. Henry, now infatuated with Jane Seymour, began looking for a way out of his marriage to Anne. In 1536, Anne was arrested on charges of adultery, treason, and incest. These charges were likely fabricated by those eager to see her fall. Anne was tried and found guilty in a court led by her own uncle, the Duke of Norfolk. Despite the lack of evidence, the outcome was inevitable. On May 19, 1536, Anne was executed by beheading within the Tower of London. She met her death with grace, delivering a composed speech that has since been remembered as both dignified and poignant. Anne Boleyn's story is one of ambition, love, and tragedy. Her life and death left a mark on history, paving the way for the reign of her daughter Elizabeth, one of the greatest monarchs in English history. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the life of Anne Boleyn. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on what historical figures you'd like to see next.